Good evening, I'm Ryan Bonazzo.
And I'm Catalina Gillies. The federal government has announced new measures aimed at limiting travel during the holiday season.
Canadians are being asked to refrain from any non-essential travel, but the government stopped short of any new restrictions. Glenn McGregor has the details.
For Canadians planning sunny holiday getaways, the government has a warning.
If you do not have to travel internationally, please do not.
To slow the spread of the Omicron variant, the government has reinstated its official advisory against non-essential trips abroad. Not a ban, but a strong suggestion. As before, Canadians returning from holidays in other countries will still need a negative PCR test before boarding a flight. Those that do decide to travel risk not being able to come home.
Traveling Canadians could contract the virus or get stranded abroad.
The advisory will be in place for at least 4 weeks and is already causing confusion before a busy travel season.
People are already calling, go, how will that affect my insurance? I'm out of the country already. Will COVID be covered? What if I want to leave next week? Will I have coverage for COVID? Just tremendous amount of questions based on this decision.
But there are no new restrictions on domestic travel or trips across the U.S. border. The exemption from testing for trips shorter than 72 hours remains in place for now.
We're constantly reassessing. So when we feel we need to change our policies, we will announce it as quickly as possible.
The World Health Organization has warned that travel bans are ineffective against stopping COVID spread. Today, Australia and the United Kingdom lifted their bans on travelers coming from southern Africa, where Omicron was first detected. Canada's top doctor says it might be time to do the same.
And I think this is a policy that needs to be revisited.
The advisory comes the day after provincial premiers met with the Prime Minister and pushed him to supply more vaccine for booster shots. The government says it has 16 million doses on hand, enough for several weeks, and promises more are on the way. Glenn McGregor, CTV News, Ottawa.
Here locally, Lakehead Public Schools is reporting a new COVID-related COVID-19 case. One person associated with Gorham and Ware Community School has tested positive for the virus. These are the overall daily case numbers in the Thunder Bay District. The health unit is reporting 9 new infections. 5 are household close contacts. 1 case relates to travel outside of northwestern Ontario, while 3 exposure sources are still unknown at this time. There are now 66 active cases across the district, 2 more than yesterday. Cases are on the rise in the Northwestern Health Unit. There are 10 new cases today. 6 are in the Rainy River District, 3 come from the Kenora region, and 1 is from the Dryden Red Lake area. The NWHU's active case count is up to 36.
Ontario is reporting more than 1,800 new COVID-19 infections today, its highest COVID-19 case count in more than 6 months. In response, the government is issuing a call to arms as the Omicron variant is quickly spreading. The province is now expanding its COVID-19 booster eligibility to include more residents.
As of Monday, everyone 18 years of old and older will be eligible to get their booster shot 3 months after their second dose. That means those over 50, please, I urge you, take advantage of the next few days.
The province is also introducing capacity limits at high-risk indoor settings with a capacity of more than 1,000 people. And health officials say 2 million rapid tests are now available free of charge at pop-up testing sites in high-traffic settings.
Provide an additional layer of protection against COVID-19 and variants during the holidays. We've launched a holiday testing blitz as part of our winter testing strategy. Starting today at pop-up locations such as malls, holiday markets, public libraries, and transit hubs, Ontarians will be offered either a take-home rapid test kit or be provided rapid antigen screening on site.
The province is launching a pilot project for a section of Highway 11 near North Bay as a cheaper alternative to 4-laning. The so-called 2+1 highway has been lobbied for by Northern Ontario leaders for some time. And now Transportation Minister Caroline Mulroney has announced the first project in North America. Eric Tashner reports.
The stretch of highway in question is Highway 11 between North Bay and Temiskaming Shores. The province is starting a pilot project involving an alternating center passing line at 2 locations, creating what's called a 2+1 road, separated by barriers.
With the 2+1 design, regardless of the reason for a vehicle crossing the center line, an icy road or a distracted driver. Lives are saved.
It's a center passing lane that changes direction every 2 to 5 kilometers, and it will cost anywhere between $1 and $3 million per kilometer.
It'll take about 3 to 4 years to actually build out the infrastructure, but we're moving as quickly as we can. As Mark said, this is about road safety.
2 15-kilometer stretches are proposed for this project along the corridor, and the design work will be completed in January. However, the MTO is looking for feedback from drivers before finalizing locations. Wilson says it's an idea that came from Sweden, which built these in an effort to curb head-on collisions.
And that prevents inappropriate passing. It prevents other types of driver error, let's put it that way, and makes drivers do the right thing.
We've been looking at all different approaches, and today's announcement is a major step forward in addressing road safety in Northern Ontario. It's an innovative solution.
Once built, this will be the first 2+1 highway in North America. Eric Tashner, CTV News, Highway 11 near North Bay.
Another section of the former Thunder Bay generating station is being prepared for implosion. Budget demolition will trigger more explosives on the property on Friday morning. This comes 3 months after the company brought down the 200-meter smokestack at the former OPG station, and now a portion of the power plant will come crumbling down. Crews on site have been working to attach and cover the explosives, with the blast site east of the structure being prepared by excavators. Site manager Jeremy Later says they're ahead of schedule and have the building separated, awaiting the big day.
Blasting is all the precip section, and then the boilers will be in the spring summer, and that's directly behind me. So that's boilers 2 and 3 that will get blasted then.
The demolition will take place between 8:30 and 9 o'clock Friday morning. The larger piece of the generating station building will come down in the spring.
After sitting vacant for a decade, the former Global Sticks plant in Oliver Pampooj is now home to a successful new business. Smart Module Canada has converted the large facility on Hanagak Road and is now manufacturing modular homes. Mitchell Ringos has the details.
The Smart Module Canada facility has been up and running for just 1 year in a building formerly used by Global Sticks in Oliver Pampooj. The company has already built 60 modular homes and had to turn down even more as they couldn't keep up with the demand. The modular homes are site-assembled units that can be loaded on large trucks, shipped and placed anywhere. Currently, the company employs about 40 staff of carpenters and plumbers and others who build the modular homes to the Ontario Building Code and CSA standards. Smart Module Canada President Bill Bolton says so far most of their sales come from Indigenous reserves and mines here in the Northwest, but they do still get custom orders as the buildings are made to last.
But also we build it in a lot faster time. So it takes us about 10 weeks inside the factory to build it once we get started on it and all the materials are here. And while that's happening, the site can be getting the foundation done, services put in and all that kind of thing, which you can't do in a site build one. So instead of a year, we can narrow that down to 3-4 months.
And Bolton says in the near future, Smart Module Canada will be adding to their growing business with the addition of tiny homes, since the popularity of the smaller, cheaper version of a regular house has skyrocketed.
Tiny homes has become very popular, not only in First Nations, but in other parts of the world as well. It can be used at a lake for guest cabins, for people who can't afford a house these days. We all know that house prices has gone crazy. It's an affordable solution to get someone who might not otherwise be able to get into a house.
Bolton says they don't plan on upgrading their warehouse space to increase capacity. Instead, they plan on adding varying shifts to continue work during all hours. And they're also looking to bring in more trade workers to keep up with the high demand. Mitchell Ringos, TBT News.
Thunder Bay drivers won't have to worry about getting parking tickets this shopping season. Metered parking will soon be free of charge as a way to encourage people to shop at local businesses during the holiday season. From December 17th until the 24th, the Thunder Bay Parking Authority is once again offering free parking at street meters and metered lots. The promotion will not include parkades and will have a 2-hour limit. Parking Authority Supervisor Jonathan Pask says that's meant to stop drivers from leaving their cars parked all day. The free parking has been a holiday tradition for many years now, following requests from the public and from the downtown BIAs.
When there is a lot of traffic, everyone has an opportunity to kind of have a free parking spot where they would like to park, and then they can move on. So if they move to a different street or they go to a different area, they got a whole new 2-hour free parking over again, so they can visit all the shopping areas in the city.
Pask hopes everyone enjoys the free parking and uses it properly, and that the promotion will once again benefit local businesses and shoppers alike.
The Snow Angels program is returning this winter. Organizers are looking for volunteers willing to shovel the sidewalks of nearby seniors. The free service is now in its 3rd year, and the need for it continues to rise, according to those with age-friendly Thunder Bay. Corey Nordstrom has more.
Whether we like it or not, typical winter weather will eventually return, and with it comes the need for the Snow Angels program. Organized by age-friendly Thunder Bay, the free program also receives assistance from Leadership Thunder Bay.
We're able to really make an impact on the community by providing service to seniors, whereby we could shovel the snow on their pathways and driveways so that seniors could get access to their vehicles and their doorways and that sort of thing.
Volunteers are in short supply, so the groups are calling on all interested locals who don't mind lending a hand. Those wanting to be a part of the program can visit Age Friendly's volunteering page. They will receive a free toque as well as an ergonomic shovel donated by Enbridge. Right now they have 15 volunteers, and the goal is having 1 shoveler per senior.
Right now there are almost 50 clients registered, but we receive registrations every week. So we're on an average about 5 to 10 new clients each week right now.
In addition to warming the hearts of seniors, the Snow Angels program also makes things safer for them in a number of ways.
A program like this allows people to get in and out of the house. It allows emergency personnel to get in and out. People with wheelchairs, walkers, etc. have the freedom to get in and out. And that's really important because some people end up actually becoming completely isolated in their homes.
For any individual who's an older adult, a fall can be a major life-altering event. And things like Snow Angels really help try and remove that danger from their life.
Volunteers will be matched with elderly people in their neighborhood within walking distance. There is need across the city and the rural municipalities. Any senior who needs help with shoveling can call 211 to join the Snow Angels program. Corey Nordstrom, TVT News.
The Christmas cheer holiday hamper distribution wraps up tonight, and things have been going according to plan. Volunteers at the CLE Heritage Building have been busy handing out food and toys to families in need over the past 2 days. As of this morning, they'd given out enough hampers to feed more than 5,000 people and approximately 2,700 toys for children. Christmas cheer chair Jolene Kemp says she expects all of the supplies to be handed out by the end of the day. And if they have any leftovers, everything will still end up in the hands of those who need it most.
We always err on the side of caution a little bit, but we'll be really, really close, and we have a couple of groups that will give anything that we have left to, so we're feeling very, very good about it.
Kemp also expected an influx of people to show up after work this evening. The hampers will be available until 7 o'clock.
The 2-year wait finally came to an end for the Thunder Bay Community Band last night as they played their first show since December 2019. Members of the community band gathered to perform their holiday show at the Hilldale Lutheran Church. With rising COVID cases in the district, they canceled their most recent practice, but conductor Jane Saunders says they established a number of protocols so that the show could go on. Proof of double vaccination, masking, social distancing, and contact tracing were all in place for the event. Saunders is extremely happy they were able to put on the show.
I am super pumped. Of course, I love band music. I love these people. They are all kinds of people from different walks of life in Thunder Bay, I guess you could say. Many of them, like me, are retired. We've got lots of teachers in here. We've got some nurses. We've got some police people. We've got everybody. So when we can all get together and make music, it's pretty fun.
With restrictions possibly changing, Saunders doesn't know how often they'll practice through the winter, but they still hope to be able to perform 3 shows they have planned for the spring and the summer.
Well, Fiona, I have a feeling